Speedromizers. This is the second time I've said it. Has it stuck yet? Maybe it's the third time. If I just say it enough, maybe it'll stick. Speedromizers, welcome back. We've got a fabulous hour and a half of content coming up. We've got a fabulous marathon for the rest of this weekend, but the next hour and a half, I am pleased to be hosting for the wonderful, the incredible red-capped Tauronite playing Super Mario Odyssey. Tauronite, take it away.
Hello everybody and welcome to Super Mario Odyssey. My name is Tauronite, and as an aside, I think Speedromizers definitely is something that will catch on if it hasn't already. I'm just gonna say it. So there really isn't much as far as starting the run. It's as simple as 3, 2, 1, go. That wasn't the countdown, by the way, Tech. That wasn't the countdown. But yeah, this is Super Mario Odyssey. Any percent, we're gonna grab a lot of moons, and I do mean a lot of moons. And so with that being said, now I'm actually gonna do a countdown. And so we're gonna get going in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and go. So you may be wondering, this is not English. That's right, because believe it or not, and I believe this is, if I remember correctly, simplified or simple Chinese is, I believe, the fastest, if not one of the fastest languages in the game. I think it's something where like 11, 12 seconds faster than English. So might as well get some free time. And also, you honestly don't really actually need to read in this entire game. Not that I'm not encouraging people to read, but I'm just saying you can speedrun this game without knowing a single thing, without understanding the language one bit. So one of the cool things about Super Mario Odyssey is the movement tech. As you're gonna see, there's gonna be a lot of fancy movement throughout this entire run. And with that, we're able to execute a lot of skips, and every level throughout this game has something basically called a story mode. And we're gonna be skipping a fair number of them, if we're being honest, because the gimmick of this game is that this is a 3D collectathon, where you get power moons to advance to the next kingdom. The thing is, there are a lot of moons. I mean, like an unreal amount of moons in this game, so much so that you actually don't need to, in most instances, you don't actually need to collect the story moons and actually, you know, progress the plot while in order to advance. So that's kind of a funny little thing, the fact that you can do that and like ignore the plight of a lot of people in all these different kingdoms. I mean, we're here to save the princess. That's essentially it. So I'm actually there's actually one thing I wanted to say that I kind of forgot to say at the very start, but you know, obviously this being a charity marathon, I'm gonna do, no, that's one. So I will donate 50 cents for every bonk that I do. And trust me, I'm gonna be bonking a lot. If anybody has seen my streams throughout this learning process, there's gonna be a lot of bonks. So that's already 50 cents. I hope people will follow along, or at the very least, someone please keep a tally, because I'm not very good at counting. I'm a speedrunner. We don't count. Or at least I don't. So anyway, that is the first Cap Kingdom. Not really much to it. This is really just the tutorial. You saw that was our first boss. I kind of forgot the name of it, if I'm being perfectly honest. I just call him Hat Guy. There is one boss that I do remember the name, and basically these are part of a group called the Brutal. So they're essentially kind of this game's version of the Koopalings, just a bunch of mini bosses that you'll encounter throughout the adventure. And none of them are exactly hard per se. So anyway, as you kind of saw, that's 2. I hope you're keeping track. That is now $1 that I'm going to donate to Community, which is a wonderful, wonderful charity. And I couldn't be more excited to be a part of this event. And so that's our first power moon. also keep track of how many moons we're gonna end up getting. It's gonna be over 100. So yeah, it's gonna be quite something. You've kind of noticed this already a couple of times, and that is Cappy, our little companion, our little floating cat companion, and his power is to essentially take control of inanimate objects or creatures throughout the overall, and that's really going to be a central figure, a central thing in this speedrun. Not just that's great. That I did not intend to do that, but you know what? It's $50 for charity, so who cares? But yeah,
$50, so generous.
yeah, that's for. I'm sorry. 50 cents. But you know what? If it gets to the point where I'm donating 50 cents, you know what? I'm not complaining. Well worth it. But that means I would have to bonk 100 times. You know what? It's very possible. So, you know, this is, perfect. Perfect. Beautiful. So that was Dino's, I think it was Dino Skip. I believe the actual name. So what we were supposed to do was actually traverse the entire level with that dinosaur and just cause a massive rampage. However, with that little trampoline, we're able to just get just enough height on the on that dinosaur to where we can just barely squeak into basically the trigger window for this boss. And this boss is very, very easy. This is the one and only time we're gonna see her. Technically, there is a second time that you're meant to fight her, but we're not gonna do that. By the way, this is gonna be at the very end of the run, but you're gonna see why we're not gonna fight her. And trust me, you're not gonna want to miss that little trick that we got coming up. I say coming up, it's like an hour 20 from now. Actually, like closer to an hour 15. But yeah, the whole thing with Cappy is not just the ability to take control of animals, enemies, inanimate objects, but it also allows it to do some really cool some really cool movement tech. Cappy allows us to basically gain like a double mid-air dive jump, which is going to be very vital throughout the run, as well as a bunch of other stuff. It's got a lot of the familiar Mario 3D movement tech, but also thanks to Cappy, we are able to effectively create some brand new tech that kind of lets us traverse the game in ways that were never intended. That's 5.
Speaking of bonks, do we have a second?
Absolutely.
I think that was 6 I just saw there.
Yep.
So, while Tornate has had 6 bonks and will be donating $3 as a result, we just got 40 bonks worth of donations, $20 Canadian from an anonymous donor, 1,300 hype. Let's continue to raise as much money as possible. How high can we go? 1,500, 1,700, 2,000? You decide, chat. Thank you so much for your contributions. Tornate, how many more bonks are we going to see from our audience versus how many we're going to see from you?
Man, that's gonna be an interesting race. So now we got 40 bonks worth of donations versus my 6 so far. So that's now I'm liking this little competition that we got going on. Who's gonna donate more in terms of bonks? How many bonks are we going to have? 40 against 6 so far. We will see.
Chad's got a commanding lead.
I'm not gonna lie, I thought that, like, well, you know what, maybe I'm not gonna bonk as much. Maybe I'll raise it to $1 if the amount isn't that high. We're already at 6. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna have any problem not doing a lot of bonks. So first, go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say, chat, that is a challenge, it sounds like. Let's go.
So, it's not that I need to focus right now. However, we are in a bit of a time crunch. It's not the end of the world if I miss it because I can reset this, but there is a bird that is essentially on a global timer. Perfect. I missed it. That's fine. So that bird is essentially kind of on a global cycle. Whenever you enter the level, or basically you exit out and you exit out of anything, it's going to be coming in at the same spot, and it's going to have basically the same flight pattern every single time. So we exit out of here, and we are just going to We're gonna take a safety. I'm gonna come back for it. I'm gonna take a safety star right now. And just in case one of two tricks, two very potentially scary. They're not super scary, but I can't say I'm 100% consistent with it. So I'm gonna take that moon at behind the shop as kind of like a little insurance. You never know. So I'm gonna try again. Here's that bird. And we... Come on, let's get it. There we go. Perfect.
Very
I say
nice.
perfect. I say perfect, but that was not exactly the cleanest, but it's fine. I only had 90 days to learn this.
If every pork chop were perfect, we wouldn't have hot dogs.
Is that really how hot dogs were invented?
It sounds
Only-
plausible enough.
You know what? I believe it. All right, so as you're kind of seeing, we're already racking up a lot of moons without even tackling the plot of the Sand Kingdom, which is, you kind of see it's a bit of a desert. Oh boy, they're not getting enough this on there. That's fine. There we go. Perfect. Ooh, come on. Okay. All right, that could have been a little bit. That could have been a little bit scary, but that's fine. You're kind of seeing it's a big old desert, but there's a lot of ice all over it. It's very, very cold, unlike what you would think a regular desert would be. So the only way to kind of deal with it is by going through a lot of platforming, it's kind of like a mini dungeon, if I remember correctly. It's been a while since I actually played this casually, because there's a lot of multi-moons potentially to be had here, but we're not gonna grab a single one. Every single thing, every single moon that we grab is actually going to be just from either random minigames or just laying all around the Sand Kingdom. And that's enough to power up the Odyssey, which is the little ship that we were basically have been traveling throughout the entire time. So this is one of the two reasons why I took that safety moon. Let's see if I don't need it this time. Okay, you can take control of this bullet bill, and this is, I would say, there we go. Yeah, this is the less scary of the two safety moon, as just in case. But I'm glad that at least we got that one. So if we miss the other one, it's completely fine. Not the end of the world. And you're gonna see me doing a lot of rolling around, because that's kind of the main thing. A lot of the main movement tech across the world. It's just doing all this rolling, and it might seem, I can't tell from my camera, but it might seem like I'm just shaking my arms up and down, but that's because I'm shaking my Pro Controller, because there's sometimes with certain actions and even Cappy captures is the fact that there's kind of like maybe some hidden mechanics that the game doesn't really explain. And a lot of them involve just shaking your Pro Controller or the joystick or whatever controller you're using that uses motion control. I'm gonna take. Actually, I don't need that flag, but that's fine. It's already in there. So
There was a comment in the chat earlier making a comparison to Sonic, and I think with all this rolling around at the speed of sound, I could see it.
Oh yeah, we were gonna. And you know, Nintendo really missed an opportunity to take control of a hedgehog. I just realized. That actually would have been really funny. All right, here comes the second scary. Oh, perfect. Oh, beautiful. Beautiful.
Nicely done.
Yeah, not gonna lie, this is the second time ever I've ever actually hit this trick in a run. So I'm very, very thankful that this is the one instance that it actually works. It's not that it's it looks scary. I will say it looks scary. It's not that bad. The problem is you got to be super precise with the placement and your timing when you're jumping off the wall. But thankfully, we're not only able to grab that moon, but also able to grab that other chest that has 50 free coins, which is it's gonna be a major help for down the road. Thankfully, if I had not gotten either of those moons, I would have had to grab another moon that was on the other side of this little lagoon, But thankfully, no worries there. And the cool thing about this is that you can do fast travel to any checkpoint, including the Odyssey, which is why sometimes we like, which is sometimes we'll use just to be able to immediately go back to the Odyssey. A lot of times when you grab a multi-moon, it'll transport you back to the Odyssey. But, you know, sometimes in a speed run where you're grabbing those multi-moons, by the way, that's the ship where the Brutals came from, all the Rapid bosses. We were supposed to fight them, and we went into the Odyssey and just like, not now. So, we are all good.
It's duck season. Why bother with a rabbit?
Don't worry, it's gonna be rabbit season very, very soon. Actually, now I'm thinking about it. How many Brutals do we end up fighting? I can't count. That's fine. Anyway, so the reason why we're going to a lot of these places is because Bowser is trying to assemble basically the perfect wedding, and the Brutals are the wedding planners. And they are going to every single kingdom, or most of the kingdoms in this game, to serve a story purpose, as insofar as sort of what aspect of the wedding is important. So here in Lake Kingdom, they are, if I remember correctly, they want to try to get like a perfect wedding dress for Peach. And we are going to stop. Well, spoiler warning, we technically don't succeed because the wedding does end up happening. Oh, that's 7. Right? Oh, did I bonk once? Yeah, did I bonk at all in Sand Kingdom? I don't even remember.
There was one, yes.
Okay, so that makes it 8 now. That's 8. All right. That's now $4. I'm so glad I did not make this. As much as I love giving to charity, I'm not willing to take out a mortgage in order to do so if I raise it to $1 because I'm gonna bonk a lot. I warned everybody at the start that I'm going to be bonking. All right, so we got 5 moons, and there is an intended way to get to the boss, but we're not gonna do that because we're speedrunners, right? So this one could be a little. There we go, perfect. And dang it. There's a way to kind of skip this little hop and cycle, but I did not get it right. So basically, you're trying to ground pound the top of his hat. But he's doing that. Oh, no. Hold on.
I didn't know Nintendo owned Beyblade.
Oh, man. It would be so cool if they actually owned Beyblade. Ooh, this is actually there. I'm taking the safe strat, but ooh, this is not a great spot for me. If I die, I have to repeat the entire boss fight, and I am not doing that. I'm not doing this on stream, everybody. So let's see. And it's just gonna. There we go. Okay. Price is averted. There we go. Although I will say that was scary. That was scary. There were times throughout my entire practice where I just panicked, and admittedly I died to that brutal. Which if you don't get the timing and your positioning of your jumps, it could be potentially a little bit scary. But you know what? I'm completely fine. We're fine. Chat, we are absolutely fine.
We love to see a sappy ending.
And that is our second multi-moon in the entire run. We're just about to finish our 4th kingdom. We only have 2 multi-moons. So it just kind of goes to show how a lot of stuff in this game can be skipped in terms of like what you're actually meant to do, which is kind of the cool thing. I know a lot of people, there was some complaints when this game came out. I was like, there's too many moons, there's too many, it kind of like loses its luster. For me, I'm good. I'm good with there being too many moons to collect, because it just means I don't have to go for some of the more difficult stuff.
Now, how do you feel as a runner about routing, generally speaking? Having flexible routing versus having something strict versus optimized versus what's your favorite thing to run in that regard?
I definitely do enjoy the routing aspect of things, especially learning of stuff and just kind of weighing in the pros and cons. There is one kingdom that's coming up. Not right now, but going very, very soon. Let me see if I can grab rabbit seeds in once more. Let's see if I can get this trick. There we go. Perfect. This is okay. That was it may not look like it. That was a deceptively difficult thing to achieve because that rock, it takes an eternity to break to get that moon. However, if you do basically a little bit of fancy juggling, and we don't have to deal with that. We don't have to deal with taking like 30 seconds to break that one rock to get the moon. So back to what I was saying. The routing in this game is very, very interesting because you would think that like, okay, you would think that with how optimized this game it's literally got, if not thousands, tens of thousands of runners already on SRC. The cool thing about it is that there is a lot of stuff that is beginner friendly. There is a moon up here, but I basically have developed my own little trick to getting it. I can't say it's actually. Oh my goodness! Come on, we got this. But yeah, as I was saying, the routing in this game is really interesting because there's stuff that like, even if you're going. Oh, perfect. Not perfect, but it's still something. When you're going for this game casually, you would think like, oh man, there's so many moons around here that they just kind of think to yourself, even just going for the game casually, you're good. But then when you route things out and plan everything, you kind of learn to appreciate just how many cool stuff there is in terms of the fact that there's a lot of tricks and a lot of skips and so far as getting certain moons that you didn't even realize. Like some of these moons that I'm getting, like that one for example, I didn't even realize that moon was there when I first started going through this game casually. And it wasn't, and because there's so many moons, that's also part of the cool thing about Odyssey is the fact you learn about stuff about this game that you wouldn't even realize.
Seeing runners pull from so many different flexible routes can be really, really fun and provide some variety, especially at different levels, and being able to change your routes as you advance, as you progress in your speedrunning journey. It's really a joy to watch, so I'm really glad that events like Speedromizer exist to help bring some of those folks into the light there. Speaking of, do we have another moment here?
Absolutely. We're just going to grab just two quick moons, nothing really interesting about them.
Yeah, so Speedromizer, if you haven't caught on yet, is a charity marathon with a twist. What you submit is not what you run. Accepted runners are randomly assigned a game from someone else and have 90 days to learn their respective game. If that sounds like an awesome concept to you, make sure to join our Discord at speedromizer.live/Discord.
So, funny story about the whole process in terms of Speedromizer from my perspective. I looked at the entire games list. I say look, but there were a few games that later on I would learn were actually in the running. But there were a lot of games that I was thinking to myself like, oh man, it'd be really cool to actually learn. And lo and behold, believe it or not, Odyssey was actually one of them. It was in my. Oh boy. We're gonna ignore that. We are going to ignore that. That never happened. This death never happened. Whoever is handling the pod.
Happened?
Yeah, no, like, you know, that's fine. It's fine. We're
I missed
cool.
it. I saw there was a 9th bomb, but that's all.
You know what? Yeah. There was a bomb. QD. This has never happened to me in a run before. I genuinely think that. That never happened to me. The camera to the favorable position. That was on me for sure. But anyway, Odyssey was in my top 10 as far as games to run, and I'm just was stupefied because like my name was. If anyone saw the draft lottery, the draft. I don't know if they did it by alphabetical order with the runners, but all I remember was I was one of the very last runners. Of this that got assigned a game, And I thought, man, there were a lot of them that I was like, man, I would have loved to learn. I think Toy Story 2 was one of them, Crash Team Racing, Spyro 3, Year of the Dragon. Don't tell anybody that I was already 2 weeks into
the game I got assigned, the game I submitted, and one of the games that brought us together outside of Speedromizer. Amazing.
Pretty much, yeah. That's funny. The draft lottery happened 2 weeks after I had learned that I don't know why it's hit that beat, because wait, we can just do this, not have to wait. 2 weeks, but 2 weeks before the lottery is when I actually picked up the learning Spyro Year of the Dragon. It would have been so funny. It just been like, oh yeah, I already beat the estimate. I actually legit think I was, or at least I was close to beating the estimate when that happened. But anyway, we're just kind of going through the rest of this kingdom. I'm gonna take the safer route, the safer strat, and just waiting until this little loop. And I love this guy. I don't know what the name of this particular enemy is, but I just love the ability to just go. Oh, come on.
You would have known if you had picked English.
Well, actually, I don't think it would show even the name if it was in English. I don't think they actually showed the name of the character. Anyway, this is Fjord. Not much interest here. I mean, there's a very easy way to cheese this. Wait. And we interrupt the cycle, and we can just go straight to attacking. Every single run, I'm bound to just not have a jump high enough, and I will hit myself. That's fine. And one more time. Boom. Rule of 3 with Mario bosses 3 times. Done. It's really not super duper complicated, and that's kind of part of the charm. Is that this game is very accessible to anybody. And I think that's part of the charm of the fact that there's so many runners and there's so many moons. It's the fact that anybody can pick up this game, whether casually or in a speedrunning sense, and you can just have an absolute blast. I enjoyed this run, learning this game so much. I didn't have any major plans to. Coming into this, I didn't really have any major plans as far as learning the or keep the grind. But afterwards, I'm actually after Speedromizer, I'm actually gonna keep going at it with this game, because I've just been having an absolute I don't know if that's an actual saying.
It is now. Congratulations. You're famous. You invented it. It sticks now.
Awesome. Cool.
That's the kind of story that we love hearing from Speedromizers. Somebody discovering a game and finding out that they love it. You know, that was my lottery story with Speedromizer V. I had no clue what game I was getting into, and I ended up loving it to the point where it's my main speed game now, which just it's really great to see. Chat, if you want to see if maybe this kind of story could wind up applying to you, join our Discord. Come see what's up.
Yeah, no, we would love to have you join the Discord. The Discord is very. I was saying it during my hosting. I guess when we're doing the little hosting transition, is the fact that there's a sense of camaraderie in the fact that there's dang it, it's very close. The sense of camaraderie in terms of just the fact that the whole point is everyone is learning at the same time. Even if it's something different, we're all kind of understanding and going through the quote-unquote the struggle when it comes to learning a new game. Just because it's a perfect. If you approach Bowser close enough and quick enough, when you get the hat, you actually can skip him traveling all across the map and start to hit him early. That's really cool. But yeah, there's a sense of camaraderie with the fact that a lot of did we get the twofer? That everybody's kind of learning everything, their respective games at the same time, and that's really, really cool. Like, I'm just going through the Discord and just seeing everybody kind of share their excitement over getting a new PB over the last 3 months. It's been just an absolute blast, and I'm really, really happy to have been able to do this game at this event.
Yeah, speaking of new games, I've never seen this game before. You just fought Bowser, you just beat Bowser, and you did not say time. What's going on there?
That was not the first nor the last time. I mean, listen, it's technically been a tradition in every single Mario game. The first time you fight Bowser, it's not really the last time you fight Bowser. Come on, get it? Get perfect, beautiful. Oh, I was nervous about that, getting that one trick. Okay, the gimmick with Lost Kingdom is that in this kingdom, you're meant to not have Cappy with you because Klepto will steal Cappy very, very shortly after traversing through this level. However, if you do that little skip, that little fancy triple jump maneuver, you just get just enough distance to go to a back part of the level. And I'm going to take a safety moon here because there is a real fast moon that is technically like super optimal. However, it is very scary because if I miss it, it's gonna be a monumental time loss. So I'm just gonna be a little weenie and not even attempt it. It's not the end of the world. It like at most like it'll probably lose me like 10 seconds, I guess, but it's not the end of the world. But yeah, you're kind of not meant to be having Cappy throughout this entire excursion. Klepto is right there. And I got, actually, is that, I think that's supposed to be Klepto. Either way, who cares? We get to keep Cappy, and, which is great. Ooh, okay. All right, calm down, Mario. No need to show off doing the fancy little backflips. But yeah, there really is not a whole lot to this, aside from being able to go through a certain part of the back part of Lost Kingdom and ensuring that Cappy does not get stolen. But so yeah, so we're just gonna be rounding up here. So if there's anything, any messages or anything you like to say, Tara, now's actually a great time.
Yeah. So in addition to everything we've been talking about new runs, if you love what you're seeing on screen as far as the coordination it takes to put an event on, if you like learning about video and audio behind the scenes, we open volunteer signups before our events. They are announced on our Discord, so keep an eye on our server if you're interested not just in running, but helping to run the show. Most roles also do not require experience, so we would be happy to have you even if it's your first time. Again, you don't need prior experience. This is something that even if you just have some interest, you can jump right on in. We will be happy.
And I can say this from personal experience. I've submitted to be a host at this event. Technically now this is the second marathon that I've done hosting volunteering work for, but when I first applied, I had never actually done hosting before, and I'm very grateful to the team because the team has given me some really, really good advice from my time, and very invaluable advice. So I am a testament to this team being so accepting of people who have no volunteering experience whatsoever, and it's just an absolute wonderful time.
This has really reminded me of a lot of the things that I loved about doing this sort of thing in high school. I went to college for this, and I was just out of it for a decade, and suddenly here's this community that says, yeah, no, we'll take you in. We'll show you the ropes, and they have wonderfully written guides out. They've got folks who are ready to help explain anything you might be missing. Just really, really wonderful experience. Getting to do some great things for a great cause.
Absolutely, couldn't not agree more.
I'm seeing some excitement for New Donk City.
Oh yeah, New Donk City is so good. It's unfortunately we are not going to hear the song TM, the one that everybody loves. It's really unfortunate because it's one of the best songs in the game. Some say the best song in the entire game, but unfortunately we're here to go fast, but not listen fast. Although I will say, at the very least, the run has two of my three favorite songs in it. Sure, and we actually listened to one. That was the music to Wooded.
always fabulous finding games and even just game music, the way it can set a mood. I think about all of the incredible remixes that were submitted for our break screens and our intermissions as well. Just really, really enjoying the vibe that every runner has been setting, that our break and intermissions have been setting.
I could not agree more. There were a lot of music in this marathon that I'm like, oh my god, this is really, really cool. I want I just spent like time jamming out to the music while we are on break, and that's really one of the. I always say that is a highlight, one of the many, many highlights of this event. And oh, come on. So you're gonna sing. This is Metro Kingdom. We really haven't talked a whole lot about Metro Kingdom. We are going to have plenty of time to talk about this particular kingdom, mainly because there is quite. This is very expansive. It's the most recognizable kingdom in the entire game with good reason. It's a huge kingdom. It's the only kingdom in the entire run where there's like an actual like quote unquote day and a night portion. We're going to the night portion. Not much you can do there because of this. I don't even know what to call this, but basically this is the boss of the night portion of Metro Kingdom. So you take control of this tank, and basically we're going to try to do micro adjustments. So we're going to go over here, and to ensure that I don't know, I really don't know. I'm going to call him Mecha Wave. But basically we are trying to trick him into taking the shortest path possible, because he's going to try to charge at us 3 times. We want to try to make him charge travel the least amount of distance. So after 3, he's going to go over here, and I'm going to try my best to what's called one cycle this. Okay, I don't think this is going to one cycle, but it's fine. It's not the end of the world. And I barely one second. Even just going blasting all those targets with on 2 cycles, that's actually decently impressive for someone with little time. It does not the run. I honestly, I feel like I'm long overdue for a 1 cycle. I actually achieved this like once or twice. It's not the run, but like I said, the grind continues after this marathon. And you sit still. There.
I saw this and I went, is this a Mario game?
Oh, trust me, we haven't even reached the portion where you're gonna think to yourself, is this a Mario game? Oh, trust. There is one boss that I will not spoil, and chat, please don't spoil Terra. Don't spoil Terra. What that? If you know, you know. There is one boss that is literally going to make you think this is not a Mario game whatsoever.
I am thrilled and terrified.
Oh, trust me, when people first saw this boss for the first time, they were terrified.
Oh, good. Okay. It's nice and dark out. Yes, jump scare time. Let's go.
Not so much. Well, I guess when X boss appears, I guess it could be considered a jump scare. But don't worry, we'll reach that boss in I'll say like, if everything goes well, in like a little under 25 minutes.
Oh, good. Yeah, 25 minutes to prepare myself.
Anyway, so yeah, this is New Donk City proper. Let's see. Get to 100, and oh, there we go. Now we're at 100. To get a shop moon without having to grind for coins. This little toy RC car is a little hard to navigate sometimes. Not the cleanest, but you know what? When has anyone ever actually controlled an RC perfectly? No one. I've played with RC cars my entire life. It's impossible. You can do it pretty well, not perfect.
Yep, chat. If you've ever piloted an RC car perfectly, ones. Yeah? No? You're a liar.
You know what? Donation if you have controlled an RC car perfectly, and also donation if you haven't.
Yeah, actually, very much so. Yeah, we've got a 2 in the chat. Okay, I'm guessing that's imperfect RC control. That's a donation. Let's go.
Just gotta wait until. There we go. Okay, all we gotta do is just be a pal. Just sit next to the guy. Keep him company for like 2 seconds, and it gives you a free moon. I don't know why he has the celestial body stored in him, but we are appreciative nonetheless.
I'm pretty sure that's how it works in real life, too.
I don't have any. I've never met anyone. Have you, Tara?
You'd be surprised what you can get out of people in a conversation, even if it's not a moon. You know, talking to a stranger who may not have had the opportunity to talk to anybody for a while. The little bits of life wisdom that they will give you are just as valuable as any moon.
You know what? That is a fantastic point. Truer words could not have been said. By the way, see that that one right there? In case you don't know, that's Pauline, as in the girl that you rescue in the original Donkey Kong arcade game. That's actually Pauline. She is the mayor of this entire city.
Oh, we love a glow up.
Oh, yeah. I remember when this game came out and people saw Pauline for the first time. It was like, oh, this is like the best glow up a Nintendo character has had in many, many years. And she is awesome. And so there is a song in this game for the final story moon. I guess technically the final story moon of this game is the game's main theme, Jump Up. I think it's Jump Up Superstar, and Pauline is, at least in game, Pauline is actually the singer, the lead singer of that song.
A pop star and a mayor? Wow, you really can have it all.
Oh yeah, for sure. Right, now we gotta go for this moon at this dumpster. I mean, I'm trying to figure out something. Okay. One, why is there a moon in that dumpster? Secondly, how did that dumpster reach up there? Like, I get there's construction being done all over, but how and why is that dumpster there? That's my central question in all this. Yeah, we are actually getting close to, we're actually getting very close to finishing up Metro Kingdom. And come on.
What a climb.
Oh yeah.
Don't look down, chat.
Yeah, don't look down. But by the way, I would love to one day live in a place where like I have a pool. By the way, there's a little Luigi sticker that gives us a free 200 coins. That, believe me, we are going to need it. But getting that little Luigi stamp means that we don't have to get a single coin for the remainder of this run. Assuming I don't die, because dying, in case anyone wasn't aware, in this game, when you die, you don't actually... There's no lives. Lives are not a thing in this game. Instead, what you do, you lose 10 coins, which is the currency in this game. And you kind of already seen what the power of the coins in the speedrun, which is getting a free moon every once in a while. And those 200s are going to get us those final 2 coins, those 2 shop moons, I should say. That will, that I think will make the rest of the run a little bit more consistent. All right, this is actually been pretty solid. I don't want to jinx anything, but this is potentially, I think this is the best start, the best first half to a run I've ever had, believe it or not. Which is great because I did a practice run that finished and I had a very easy 90-second to 2-minute PB, and instead I kind of threw it at the end. I finished. You see that estimate of 130? That's what the final time was, believe it or not. It was actually 1 hour and 30 minutes.
On the nose. We love to see an accurate estimate around here.
Let's see. I got my life plus going. Yeah, it's pace placement first. First, it means this is technically the best start. Not my cleanest, but it is my best first half of this entire speedrun. So I'm really excited. I'm really pumped up. Throughout this entire weekend, I was very, very excited to showcase this run because I really feel if it's really funny when you get into the like 120s in this game, and you just kind of not here. Kind of hard to see with the fact that there's hardly any visibility in here, but here is where I need to go. This is Captain Toad. Anybody remembers the old Captain Toad Wii U game, which, by the way, if anybody has a Wii U and finds a way to play Captain Toad Treasure Tracker, I highly recommend it. It's a very cute, very fun, where you control as Captain Toad, and his whole gimmick is that he cannot jump because his backpack is too heavy. So you have to do puzzles and platforming without being able to jump. And it's a very cute game, and I could not recommend it any more than I am currently at right now. But anyway, one cool thing about this place, Snow Kingdom, is one of those kingdoms where we don't have to traverse. We don't have to actually engage with the plot whatsoever, because there are enough moons for us to not have to deal with either of the Brutals or the main story. This one's a bit of a unique story. The part of there's no like real true. There is a bit of a plight with these identical Shivarians, is the fact that their whole thing is that they like doing races, and they ooh, this worked. Oh, beautiful. Oh, barely. That
Nicely done.
That was scary. I don't know why Mario didn't grab, but you know what? I'm fine. Fine. We didn't bonk, and we did not miss out on that jump, which is fine. It's not a major time loss. I need to do it again. But yeah, they love doing races, and because of Bowser and the Brutals, they can't do race, which is sad. So there are these four rooms that basically are like little mini, I don't want to say well, that's unfortunate. I have to take an intentional death here. I don't know why or how that Goomba died, but I need all 4 Goombas here because there is a moon that requires, oh my god.
Oh no.
Okay, all right. From the top, one more time. Once more with feeling. I'm fine if I get hit. Okay, fine. Nothing happened. You're good. But yeah, there's a free moon, but it involves having to grab all 4 of these Goombas and step on this pedestal, and we got a free moon. I don't know how or why it requires the weight of exactly 4 Goombas, but I'm not gonna bite that gift horse in the mouth.
This just in, 4 Goombas weigh more than Mario.
Yeah, you know what? It does. Oh man, we haven't gone to like the real bad Goomba Goomba moons in this game. There are some. There's a that require having to have 10, like 8 or 9 or even 10 at once, and it becomes you manage because news controlling 10 as a power battle is not exactly easy to do. I'm trying my best to not touch that purple loop because that is in more steps before final shot. It's not in the next game, but in the one afterwards. Ooh, I hope that doesn't. No. Ooh, I hope that doesn't. What we are doing is going to be. Basically, what we are doing is moons. it is technically to open up the entrance to, I guess, the racetrack. Wrong is that is the extent of our contribution. That is the extent of our contribution, because that puzzle, that little piece of the puzzle, to open that door. That's we only have one remaining. And funny enough, this is where we. The which one it was? I don't want to answer a guess. I don't. But either way, they are at the end of this little snow vertical maze, and which stinks because honestly, I absolutely love basically control one of the Shivarians. It's just a boy, and it's if you play this game casually, I really recommend giving it at least the raid try. It's a lot of fun. The bane of the last 2 days insofar as running this game and learning the quick tricks of this game. Funny story. So the route that I took, I had someone from the community. He took a look at my entire run, at my latest PB, and when he got to this portion and saw what I was doing, by the way, it was a complete overhaul, but beautiful first try. This is a
excellent.
This is a really scary platforming thing. Not scary, but can be very challenging if you're not careful. But you looked at my original routing of this, and it's not. I can tell even in text form that he was utterly perplexed. It was like, what? What? I guess that's a way to do it. So basically, the main capture, aside from Cheep Cheep, the traditional Mario enemy, is these little squid enemies that basically allow you to do like a cool little water jet propulsion thing that allows you to traverse the whole the entirety of the level. It's a very expansive level, both underwater and over the water. But the main thing is to try to do a lot of like over the water jet propulsion maneuvering, and that's what essentially I was doing throughout the entirety of my time learning this game, because I thought you know what, it's fast, I thought it's fast, and then the community was like, all right, no. I don't know what you're doing. I don't know what you're doing in this kingdom. Don't do that anymore. Yeah, no, just learn this trick, and trust me, once you get comfortable, you are going to wish that you had never achieved, that you had never even attempted whatever it was you were doing in the first place, which I found really, really funny. By the way, shout out to the entire Mario Odyssey community. They have been nothing but helpful, supportive, and very welcoming. I would say this is one of the most popular speed games ever, and the community has been it's an absolute joy to interact with. So shoutouts to them.
Shoutouts to them. Shoutouts to everybody in the chat, by the way. I do have one quick dono here.
Awesome.
Shoutouts for following through Badass Night with $1. I have indeed never controlled an RC car perfectly.
See, there we go. No one has ever done it. It's a scientific fact.
Thank you so much for your contributions to community. If you would like to donate, have your message read aloud on stream, take a look at our one remaining poll on Tiltify, ! Donate. In the chat, speedromizer.live/donate.
All right, kind of noticing this little out of bounds trick. This trick, on the surface, it's easy. On the surface, on the surface, it may look very hard. Once you kind of get the timing of it and the location, it's very, very simple to do. It's actually not that bad. But believe me when I tell you, I have been agonizing over the last 72 hours trying to get that one out of bounds skip going, and I'm so happy I got it first try. This is only the second time ever I got on a run that I got this the first try, so I'm super thankful for that. This actually might be a potential gold. We'll see. This actually could be a potential gold split for Seaside Kingdom. So that's awesome. Actually,
first of many first try out of bounds, it sounds like.
Oh yeah, it's been a joy. Like, that's one of the cool things about Odyssey, is that when you see like these tricks that like may seem, it's not, no, by like 2 seconds it missed being a gold split. That's fine. I'm cool with it. That was still a really good Seaside Kingdom. I have no complaints there. That's one of the cool things about Odyssey, is the fact that a lot of these tricks may seem like very intimidating, but then when you kind of get down to the nitty-gritty, and again, shout out to the community because they have a million guides on a million different things to so many things. And once you figure out, like, you get that, like, Sarah, I'm sure you and many runners have had this moment when you figure out like a trick that like may seem, oh, hi Spirit. Of course I get hit again. When you get that one pesky trick, like, you just gotta get like that aha moment, and it's like, it feels so satisfying being able to figure out a trick that has been giving you trouble, and to show it off at a marathon. It makes it all it makes the grind worth it, in my opinion.
Oh, 110%. I'm sure there are plenty of folks in the chat who can relate.
So yeah, so that was our rematch with Fjord. It went literally exactly the same as it went the first time in Wooded Kingdom. I got hit the first time, and then flawless the second and third hits, whatever. Anyway, this is Luncheon Kingdom. It's a really casually, this may be the funnest kingdom in the entire game. There's a lot of really cool neat little micro games, and like, there's 2 captures that I absolutely love. One of them is like kind of like not too dissimilar to a couple of other captures throughout the game, but there is one capture in this game that we're gonna have for a very brief moment, but I'm gonna be very but it's, I'm not only am I excited for that to actually get to control that character, but also oh boy, there we go, but also the little video that it plays, that plays to kind of showcase the way to actually properly maneuver this character. It is absolutely hilarious. I'm not gonna spoil it right now, but just be forewarned, it's really funny. But anyway, this is our final shot moon in the entire game. So say goodbye to 100 coins one last time. Let's see, do I have? Yeah, no. Anyway, I'm good. I'm keeping a very quick tally on my moons. My moons-wise, I'm actually doing pretty well. All right. Any sports fans may recognize this. Curry. There we go. And we got a free moon. All right. Yeah. This one little section of the level. There are so many moons in here. It's incredible.
A real feast.
I see what you did there, Tara.
I do lots of things. What did I do this time?
And then, yet again, there is another moon over here. Ooh, oh, very. Speedrunning this level, learning the speedrun of this level in its various stages has been quite. I'm not gonna make the joke. Oh, it's been quite the Odyssey. Even though I literally just said that. But it's been, I will say, it's probably been the most frustrating aspect of this entire run, and so far, no complaints whatsoever. This has been maybe my most I was about to say flawless, but there's a 50-cent size elephant in that room, in that thought train right now, just now.
So 10. If I'm hearing you right.
I'm pretty sure that it's more than 10 by this point.
Yeah, chat, you were supposed to be keeping count.
Yeah, come on. Make me donate to charity. I mean, I'm gonna donate to charity. The question is how much. But yeah, I love that little minigame where you just take control of the little the handles. Like those are forks, if I remember right. Like little forks. Companion. I don't know if they're. Oh no! What? Okay, that's odd.
To see?
I have. That's the second time I said this, but I have never had this happen to me before in a run. What? I didn't even know that was possible. Boy, that was unfortunate.
We're pioneers here at Speedromizer.
That's one word to describe it. Anyway, all right, here it comes. Oh, I absolutely love this. Okay, peep in the corner, I think, right or left corner of the screen. There we go. Look at how frantic the little what'd you call it? The two little hands just kind of going ham on those two Joy-Cons, just absolutely shredding. Like, you see, it's like. That's also the reason why I'm not doing this on Joy-Cons, is because I don't have the strongest wrist in the world, and doing that would just absolutely, it would just be a nightmare for me in terms of my wrist. Doing this on the Pro Controller, much more manageable. But yeah, I think, I don't even know, fryer pan bros? Like, usually they're supposed to be called hammer bros, but they're not throwing hammers, throwing frying pans, so I guess that's the name.
I remember as a kid playing Super Mario Brothers Deluxe, the Hammer Bros were the bane of my existence. It's so fun to see a new iteration on them.
Oh, are you talking about, that's the Game Boy Color one, right?
That's correct.
Oh, I used to have that game. I loved playing it. It was like the only way I could play Mario Bros 1, and it's such a good game. It's such a, like, the only literal one complaint about that game, that's $2. Are we gonna go for a three-peat? Nope. For now. It's like the one complaint I had is the fact that it's just Mario 1, but the screen is so zoomed in, so it was a nightmare sometimes to traverse that, but very, very enjoyable. If you happen to have a Game Boy Color and find yourself a copy of Mario Bros. Deluxe, I can recommend it. It's really good. It also has really cool little mini games that was not found, that were never in the original Mario Bros.
Yeah,
oh, and also
it was absolutely a joy.
Oh, and also, yeah, there's a giant bird. I'm gonna be honest, I don't know what the bird's deal is. And like with many kingdoms, there is a plight with these civilians. That's not our problem. So we have one moon left. Let's get this. There we go. Now, technically, this moon could have been acquired earlier at the very start, but that little cheese block was not present at the very beginning, and it's a much harder platforming track. It is still doable. It's just significantly harder. Okay, aside from that weird death halfway through the level, this actually was pretty solid. This actually really have not many complaints about it. All right. Oh, perfect. Oh, wait. I did say about 25 minutes ago that we were going to see this boss. We're gonna see the boss. Okay. You think we're about to challenge Bowser, but the cutscenes are not gonna show it, but we are actually going through take a quick detour. Ooh, by the way, that was a really big gold split just now. Like, it dropped down my sum of best segments to like a 123. It dropped it by like 20 seconds. Wow. And that's including a death. That's including a death, so all right, free time save whenever I'm comparing to Gold Splits next time. All right, Sarah, are you ready?
Will I ever be?
great
I guess I
point.
have to be. Oh! Well, that sure is,
Sure, it's a Mario boss.
well,
You know, yeah.
I mean,
typical,
it is now.
typical Mario boss, Dark Souls dragon. And oh, okay, this boss, he's actually really good. He's actually one of the easiest bosses. So he's gonna throw these weird electric spinny things, projectiles, and he doesn't really do he doesn't throw them a whole lot for the first two phases. And once he's done, he's just gonna slam his jaw onto the ground to give up an electric pulse, which, whatever. I mean, even if we get hit, there are so many opportunities to get health that, like, getting hit does not matter. And there are so many iframes to the point where even if you get hit, it's almost not going to matter because it's extremely hard to get hit twice. So that's already phase 1 and phase 2 down. And this is the final phase, and you're going to see, ooh, big, scary little saw blades. Already slamming his jaw one more time. And oh wow, oh, he stayed there for a little bit longer than I anticipated. That's fine. That's still way more than enough time to be able to do it. And that's it. We already beat him. Yeah, that's right. We beat a Dark Souls boss. This is easier than any other Dark Souls boss ever.
I was gonna say, imagine throwing Dark Souls at children and they just wipe through it like that. Boom, done. Easy peasy.
Yep. Yeah. Oh man, okay. So, okay, I don't want to say that we're getting near the end of the run, but we are actually approaching the end game. There's only 2 kingdoms left. Although these are 2 of the longest kingdoms in the game, but we actually kind of explored the world of Odyssey. We only have one more we only have one more kingdom to explore in this world. So I'm going to so it's going to be a really something. The next one is actually going to be quite the contrast, especially with this one being Bowser's Kingdom. So while we get there, if there's any messages that or anything you'd like to say, Tara, now's a great time.
Yeah, absolutely. If you find yourself looking at this game and going, wow, I want to learn something new, Speedromizer is a charity marathon with a twist. What you submit is not what you run. So if you're looking for a new game to run, this is a great way to do it. Accepted runners are randomly assigned a game from someone else and have 90 days to learn their respective game. If that sounds like an awesome concept to you, make sure to join our Discord at speedromizer.live/Discord. Whether you're a runner, whether you want to get involved in behind-the-scenes work to make fabulous events happen for fabulous causes. Come and join us.
Awesome. And by the way, welcome to feudal Japan. Bowser really loves the Japanese aesthetic for his kingdom. And the main capture target is these little Pokies, where the whole thing is stick to most surfaces and you can just spring your way upwards into like little really little cute little boing 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 sound, as you may have noticed a second ago. And here's the thing about this this kingdom. It's not gonna tell you how many moons you need to leave this level, but it's 8 moons. However, the multi-moon is required to actually leave. In reality, you only need to get 5 moons to get, and we already got 2 of them. And most of these small little stations require you to get a moon to advance. So in reality, you actually only need to grab 2 moons. That's it. That's all you need. Just 2 moons throughout this entire kingdom. That isn't like a requirement. By the way, I really love the sound effects in this kingdom. It's really, Bowser's Kingdom is low-key one of my favorite kingdoms in the entire game. Just from like an aesthetic aspect of things. Okay, and that will be. No, it's not our last. Not our last instance of seeing these little guys, but we're not gonna be. Actually, no. I take that back. We actually do need them right this second. Because there is a there's the other non-story required moon, and it just simply just put your beak in there and you'll get rewarded with a free moon. Not exactly rocket science, but we take those moons regardless. And ooh, okay. I did not think that Cappy was gonna reach it, so I'm very, very thankful. So I'm wasting that Cappy jump. That's a bonk. All right, because I did not have trust in Cappy's distance, or rather his reach, I now have to pay another 50 cents. Okay, so help me out here, chat. How many bonks are we at right now? Seriously.
I had counted at least 12, so I'd say 15 is a low estimate. Chat, do we think it's 20, 25? Sound off.
I think you're inviting chat to give the highest possible number without it, while still being somewhat realistic. Not that I'm complaining, but feel like that's an invitation to, like, unless someone throws like 200 bonks, I'm just like, there's no way I bonk 200.
You wouldn't break a promise to charity, would you?
Oh, wow.
Chat, can you believe this?
Anyway, this is Head Guy. You remember him from the start of the run? He's back with a vengeance. He just has more hats. But he is not super hard, but he can be still. Ooh, perfect. There we go, perfect. All right, we beat him. It's funny because like when I was first learning to speedrun this game, I struggled so much. I struggled mightily because getting that second and third phase was just really, really difficult for me personally. You kind of see, like, with practice, kind of a piece of cake. Anyway, this is the fourth Brutal that we even never got to see. I think that this is the one that we were supposed to fight in Snow Kingdom, if I remember correctly. Oh wait, no. I think it's in. I want to say this. It's either Snow Kingdom or Sand Kingdom. And she's pretty easy. You just gotta throw bombs at her, and when she's in this like little UFO type of state, you just gotta see where she is going to be traveling. She kind of telegraphs a little bit where the hat is going, and she gives you enough time to just throw Cappy at the bomb that she drops, and the bomb is just gonna hit her, and it'll interrupt the cycle. Otherwise, it's kind of a longish cycle, long for a speedrun. Anyway. And that's our fifth moon. So we only have 3 moons left to get, but we're gonna get all 3 with the next multi-moon. And I'm gonna need I'm gonna need all of your energy, chat. This boss, if I mess some things up, oh boy, we're talking a massive, and I mean humongous time loss. So I'm going to require all of your energy. The boss from a speedrunning perspective is actually really interesting in terms of the tricks. By the way, we are supposed to get a pokey and be able to traverse this entire area, but with the power of triple jump, we are able to not have to worry about that. All right, I'm grabbing this safety checkpoint because earlier this morning I kind of messed up and ended up. Okay, perfect. And actually ended up dying, but because I did not grab that checkpoint, I actually have to redo that whole little triple jump segment all over again. So I'm just not gonna do that. Okay? Cool. Break. Oh, and here comes the boss. The boss that has given me that probably has ruined more paces in these last 3 months than I care to admit. We fought all 4 Brutals individually. How about all 4 of them at the same time, controlling a giant mech?
Go, Power Brutals.
Oh god, don't ruin Power Rangers for me. I love the Power Rangers. Don't ruin it for me. Okay, so the trick to this is that all 4 Brutals are stationed in individual little segments across the body of this mech. Now, there is faster ways to do it, but it's gonna take like extremely precise cappy dives, camera movement, and timing. I'm not gonna attempt it right this second, but I'm probably gonna do it right now just to kind of see if I can. We're on a good pace. I feel like I can get away from it. So first we actually get here and wait. Oh, nope. That's fine.
So close.
That's fine. It's not the end of the world.
Party.
Okay, that's fine. The important thing is I don't go down to 1 HP. He's gonna go into the center and he's gonna start throwing these little, I don't even know what to call them. Those like little party favors and such. But yeah, these things very annoying. Now the mech can squish them, but they are gonna follow me everywhere. Can I get away with this? No, wait. Okay, wait. At least I got a hit. But would you believe if I told you this is not how? That was not the one that I meant to do. I meant to hit the one on the side, but I got tunnel vision. Okay.
We've all done from time to time.
Nope. Wait, hold on. No, dang it. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. We'll just do it normally, and we'll just try our best to ensure that this goes off real quick. It's really difficult to try and beat this and try to do what I'm doing for a runner. I have been able to kind of get it right. Not the whole fight as smooth as intended. Where is it? There we go. This cool disastrous, but we are still on a really good pace. We are still on a very good pace for Bowser's Kingdom. We only have one more kingdom to explore.
It's a heck of a fireworks show.
Oh yeah, you know what? If only Team Rocket from Pokemon would blast off with fireworks of their faces, just exploding every single time, I think that would make an already perfect villain group even better.
They're iconic enough. They should have their own fireworks.
Yeah, okay, so that's now 8. We have one more. Man, this has been a great run for me. I'm not gonna lie. I'm very, very excited with how this run's kind of progressed so far. But we only have one thing left. We just gotta close it out. That's it.
I was gonna say, Pace Pals, you hanging, but heck, I mean, for only learning this in 90 days.
Yeah, no, this is a, honestly, I can now safely say, Pace Pals, you might want to stick around. I'm just saying it.
Are we gonna see another marathon PB?
If I don't mess up, if I close this out properly, we're gonna get a PB. We're gonna get a humongous PB, actually. Now, I did say the final kingdom of this world was Bowser's Kingdom, because the next kingdom is not in the world. Welcome to the Moon Kingdom. Oh wait, I jumped the gun a little bit. But spoilers, the final kingdom, the Moon.
This is something else entirely.
Oh yeah. We got Dark Souls bosses. We got classic Nintendo characters with greatest glow up ever. We have the moon. I don't feel guilty about spoiling this because this is not a part of the run, but there are actually harder versions of this level after collecting a certain number of moons. That's called the dark side of the moon. And then there's also the darker side of the moon. I'm not kidding. Those are the actual names of those levels, of those. I don't know if they classify as kingdoms or just levels that are part of Moon Kingdom, but yeah. Okay. That are actually like every Mario game's got a extremely difficult final gauntlet platforming level. Okay. If I can get this. No, I did not get it. Okay.
How many sides could this moon have? It's a sphere.
Okay, so let's see if I can get this. I don't think I got it. No, too much to the right. This is something called Moon Cave Skip that can be a little bit tricky to maneuver. Did it again. That's fine. Went too much to the right. So you might keep your eyes when I do this. There's a kind of like an L-shaped. That one, I went too much to the left. Okay. That's fine. That's fine. I have never gotten this first try in a run. Come on. Come on. Come on. Ah, dang it. Okay, don't worry. Don't worry. We're good. We're still good. We are still in a... This is still... Geometry does not want to cooperate with me. Huh. Fine. It's not the end of the world. You know what? You know what? This just means that it's going to be... There we go. Perfect. And you know what? This is still
incredible.
A million times faster than doing the intended method, which is there is a dungeon in a cave that we just skipped called the Moon Cave. And that takes an eternity to go through. So we have this little trick where it requires multiple super precise jumps on very specific pieces of geometry in order to basically execute this. And because the moon and gravity don't exactly get along very well, we're able to get just enough height, just barely enough height to be able to do this. Okay, so this is the final time that we're encountering Bowser. And it's kind of more or less the same. Where'd he go? Oh, there he is. Oh. What the heck? Where the heck did the Bowser go? That's fine. Boxing him. Fundamentally, he is no different from the Bowser fight and Cloud Kingdom. It's just harder. So he's not gonna throw this flame, which it looks scary, but the hitbox for those flames are way smaller than it may than it meets the eye. So now he's gonna keep throwing hits. Oh, just barely missed. Just barely missed. That's fine. Oh, wait. Okay, good. Okay. That's fine if I get it.
The way Bowser's hair flops there is incredible.
Oh, Bowser's dripping in this kingdom. I mean, look, I know he's the bad guy. We're not supposed to like him, but I kind of respect the drip. I mean, Bowser went all out. I mean, still evil. Still kidnapped the princess. Still trying to force her to marry him. Gotta respect the grip at the very least.
All right. This doesn't mean don't arrest the war criminal, but, you know,
yeah.
Lots of photos going to court.
Oh, yeah, for sure. And, I don't think it's gonna... Come on. Yes! Perfect. Get it. 1, 2, 3. Oh, not done? Oh, okay. We're not done. Because, apparently the moon has a volcano-like underground where gravity is normal. And also, hey, we got to control as Bowser. So it's no longer Mario Party 10 where you can only play as Bowser. But yeah, we are now the
center of the...
Yep. Yep, yep. We got a dark side of the moon, a darker side of the moon, a volcano inside the moon. So take that, science. Take that, lunar science. All right, so we just gotta escape the moon to be able to finish the game. We are, I don't want to say we are actually getting close. We're actually getting close to the end of this run. This is, I promise, this will be the last challenge. Now, I'm scared of it, so I'm trying to take this as carefully as possible, because one wrong move and I have to repeat all of this again, this Bowser section all over again. And at any point, so it can be very stressful, and I do not appreciate the Nintendo Switch's Pro Controller having a tiny little bit of snapback. Just a tiny bit of snapback with the joystick at the worst possible time for snapback to be an issue. But here it comes. My favorite song in the entire game. About as epic of a way to finish off a game in terms of music as you can find, as you can have. So I'm really hoping chat is jamming out to this as much as I am. Okay, so
Chat definitely is.
Chat's been great. Like shout out to chat. You all have been absolutely wonderful for this entire marathon. Yeah, we are actually getting very close to the line. All right. We have one more pillar, but there is one final little, I think it's a okay. And find this final pillar right here. Okay, time will go as soon as Bowser basically leaves. I would say time in just about 5 seconds. Don't worry about the electrical current because it is time. Wow, that's a big PB, everybody. Want to know what that? I have it on my live splits, but essentially this is going to be it's a mid 125, right? Do I have that right?
Yeah, so the Speedromizer timer is still going, but I had you up on the run, and I had here 125.30. The last number got cut off. No.
That's fine. On my live for. Yep, 125.34. That's how I have it on my live splits as well. That's a 3+ minute PB, by the way. Aside from Moon Kingdom, really not Moon Kingdom, just Moon Cave skip. Aside from that, this was such a. I'm really proud of this one. I'm really happy with how this one kind of went down. A lot of stuff that could be a little bit better, but you know what? I am really happy that these 90 days going for this game casually and learning the speedrun of this has been an absolute joy. By the way, Mario, Bowser, just back up a little bit, guys. Just back off, okay? You know what? We respect a strong, independent woman who is not gonna take any nonsense from these two.
Not a single ounce of disrespect. She does not care about the drift one bit.
Nope, not at all. And oh, and by the way, that's the one to the left. That is Gabby's sister, who also was kidnapped by Bowser. But yeah, so those three are just gonna leave and intended to leave Mario and Bowser on the moon. Which, by the way, let's see if, by the way, I saw a lot of all those other characters. I didn't see them on the Odyssey. So how are they going to leave the moon? Explain that to me, Peach. I know you were getting a little bit pressured, but boy, you were leaving a lot of people stuck on the moon, huh? But yeah, this was Mario Odyssey. Wow, I am really happy with how this run turned out. I would say this is the power of Speedromizer, giving runners the opportunity to learn the game and kind of see all that hard work kind of go off and be rewarded in the fact that I struggled to like, I keep doing a lot of runs, and every single run I get a couple of gold splits, and that sum of best just keeps going down and down and down. But I can never break anything below mid 128, and now I'm at a 125 in one run. That's this has just been a lot of fun. And honestly, first of all, chat, thank you so much for giving me the opportunity to showcase and give you all a taste of what Mario Odyssey speedrunning is all about. I hope all of you enjoyed it. I couldn't have asked for a better host to accompany through this journey, especially one who had never seen this game before in Tara. So Tara, thank you so much for being in this journey with me, in this Odyssey, I should say. By the way, I'm just gonna say I'll put 26 bonks. I'll put 26. I think that sound about good. Or you know what? No, you know what? 30 bonks. I'll put 30 bonks worth of donations in there. So that is going to be my contribution to community. That has been as promised. I will donate 50 cents for every bonk, and I'm very happy that we got a nice respectable number of bonks in there in this big peak.
Incredible job. Just absolutely bewildering. Love to see a happy story. What a success story here at Speedromizer VI. To learn a game in under 90 days, to PB by 3 minutes on the night of the marathon. Toranite, you said you couldn't have asked for a better host. I couldn't have asked for a better run. This was just an absolute joy to be a part of. Thank you so much for bringing this joy and this energy here tonight. Thank you, chat, for bringing so much energy tonight. It really has been a blast. Do you have any place, Toranite, where folks can find you? Do you have any last shout-outs before we go?
Shout-outs, first of all, shout-outs to chat. Shout-outs to Speedromizer for giving me the opportunity to be here. Shout-outs to you, Tara. And shout-outs to the entire Mario Odyssey speedrunning community. Without them, I wouldn't even have come close to getting a PB in this run. I'm not even sure I would have been able to hit the estimate if it wasn't for the Mario Odyssey speedrunning community. By the way, ooh, a teaser with about 1,300 moons worth of content left in this game. I'm not kidding. It is like the amount of moons in this game is in the thousands. But anyway, I will continue to grind. Maybe not in the immediate future, but throughout the rest of the year, throughout 2025, I will be running Mario Odyssey. I run Spyro Reignited Trilogy. I run the original Spyro 3. I run Pokemon TCG, which you actually saw me run last week in on day 2. I think it was day 1 or day 2 of Speedromizer VI, which also was a really fabulous run. I'm very proud of that run. So that's 2 runs I am super happy to show off in the Speedromizer VI. And that is it for me. And by the way, little reward for beating the game. The Mushroom Kingdom. We didn't forget about the classic Mario 64, the original kingdom in 3D Mario. So anyway, that is your reward for beating the game. And that is it. Mario's taking a well-deserved rest. I'm going to take myself a nice little rest as well after a long day of hosting and doing runs.
And boy, is that rest going to be well-deserved. Toranite, thank you so much. Chat, I hope you rested before this run, because we've got some more incredible stuff. We have so many runs. We've got more coming up